Hello, my name is Rachel Peters, and today I'm going to be talking about the release of methane from factory farms and the effect it is having on the environment. This isn't the most appealing topic, I know. I realize this more and more as I read through research and studies conducted. Ultimately, though, I believe this topic is an important one to communicate, even if it can't always be pretty. It is not just me who is concerned about this, to say the least. In 2006, the United Nations released a 400-page report titled Livestock's Long Shadow. The report was put together by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, or FAO for short. This report was aimed to assess the full impact of the livestock sector on environmental problems, along with potential technical and policy approaches to mitigation. The report yielded a number of concerning findings. First, it found that by the year 2050, global livestock production is expected to double, growing faster than any other agriculture subsector. So, why is this concerning? Because livestock production is now one of the three most significant contributors to environmental problems, which leads to increased greenhouse gas emissions, land degradation, water pollution, and increased health problems. The agriculture sector is a major source that releases ammonia, nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, and of course, methane into the atmosphere. Methane, which is abbreviated as CH4, is a potent greenhouse gas that can affect climate both directly through its interaction with long-wave infrared energy and indirectly through atmospheric oxidation reactions. Methane is second only to CO2 in importance as a greenhouse gas and contributes to around 18% of the total greenhouse effect. Agriculture itself contributes between 10 to 12% to overall global emissions. Of this, livestock is assumed to be responsible for the largest part at nearly 80% of global agriculture GHG emissions. As a class who has been extensively educated on climate change and its effects this semester, I don't think I need to take much time to explain how these numbers have very dangerous implications for our environment. So, what is the root of this problem? And furthermore, what can we do to reduce these numbers? The root of this problem stems from an extremely large global population of animals bred on factory farms. What drives this is the consumer demand for meat and dairy products. Consumers do not consider these impacts for a few reasons. One reason is because the factory farms are hidden from plain sight, which leads to the out-of-sight, out-of-mind mentality. The ease of modern grocery shopping and plenty of fast food options is also a factor. Meat and dairy can be prepackaged and delivered to you. In other words, you don't have to own a cow to drink gallons of milk or eat steak. Other possible reasons include a lack of knowledge, indifference, or denial. The controversial nature of the topics of greenhouse gases, global warming, and overproduction shape the way that some view this issue. Some consumers do not believe in global warming, so they do not believe that they could be contributing to it. In the various studies I cited in my research, many ideas were presented for how to fix the current issue. The most common idea was also the simplest, however. Dr. Surinder Sagnar, principal scientist on global change processes at New Zealand's Massey University Landcare Research, writes that a very simple measure to reduce these emissions would be to reduce livestock numbers. A reduction of meat and animal fat consumption in the industrial world would help reduce animal stocks and animal waste, and also gas emissions. Dr. Ramona Elia from Pacific University in Oregon suggests a number of possible solutions, including legislative changes, stricter regulations, community mobilizing, and consumers choosing to decrease their demand for animal products. In conclusion, this issue is simple at its core. Factory farming leads to an increased production of methane, which directly contributes to global warming. While we can push for and wait on stricter regulations, the solution that can make the most impact right now is being aware of the issue and committing to making changes. If each person reduces or eliminates their share of demand in the meat and dairy industry, the supply will begin to decrease. The less we source our food from factory farms, the less methane enters the atmosphere. As people often say when talking about our environment, the choices that we make now will affect life on this earth for generations to come.